Hi everyone, my name is Megan, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about Actively Learn. So, Actively Learn is a technological tool that is vetted and approved by PSD, and it basically just allows for students to directly interact with text that you can assign them. And it's incredibly good for students that might be struggling with reading. It has a lot of features that can help them overcome those challenges. So, first, to get signed up with Actively Learn, you're just going to click on this create a free educator account, and all you need is your name and an email, and you need to verify your email. And then once you've done all that, it's going to ask you more of your specifics as an educator, like what content area you focus on and what grades you teach, so it can filter the text that it gives you a little bit better. So I already made an account, so I'm going to just go over here to sign in. Okay, so once you create an account with Actively Learn, it should take you to this page here. So then you're going to want to go over to the menu here on the left side, and you can see classes. So to add a class, you just click the little plus sign, and then you can add a name. So I'm going to do 8th grade English just to show you guys. And you can select the grade level and then submit, and it will create your class. So to invite students to your class, you can go over here on the right to roster actions, click invite students, and then this code will be available for them to join your class on their own. So here you can see, if you go to the top and click on assignments, you can see what texts you assign to this class. Right now there's none because I haven't assigned any. So now I'm going to show you how you can assign things and Actively Learn. To create assignments, you can go to this top bar over here and click on the catalog, and it should be specified to whatever content area you teach. So if you teach science or history, then the content would be focused on that. But since I am focused in English, it's all going to be English language arts focused. So then if you look here on the right, you have a bunch of filters that you can choose from to kind of filter the content. So I'm going to select the 6th through 8th grade since I'm doing 8th grade English. So that should help filter the content down a little bit. And then you can also select what kind of text type you want. You can also select the Lexile level or the standards that you want them to include. So those are the filters. And then here on the top bar, there are a bunch of different topics that you can organize the content by. So there's different curriculum units, genres, and themes. So you can basically find whatever you need. So I'm going to do something based on technology and society. So I'm going to click on that. And with the filters that I put in on the right, it comes up with a bunch of different options that I could use. So then when you hover your mouse over the article, you can see how many pages it is, what grade level it is, and the Lexile level. And yeah, so okay, so let's say I wanted to use this article here to assign to my students. All you have to do is click on it. And then you're brought to this page. So on the right here, you can see that Actively Learn gives you a teacher's guide. So it shows you the level, that it should be assigned to the Lexile level, the points, and any teaching points you should make when assigning this article. So for this specific one, it does say the grade level is 4th to 6th, and I'm doing 8th. So I'm going to go back to the home page and select a different one. Okay, so this article here is for 7th to 10th graders, and it's an article about cybersecurity, so I'm going to click on this. And then it'll bring me back to this page where you have the teacher's guide on the right side. You can see the grade level, the Lexile, the points, and any teaching points that you should make when you assign this reading. So then something else that's really nice about Actively Learn is that it automatically comes up with questions and points throughout the article. So you can look and see that it automatically just has this question that students will be able to see as they read through the article, in addition to points and definitions that are seen on the right side of the screen here. And these are already made by Actively Learn. So these are kind of just the defaults. And if you want to create your own questions and create your own notes, then you can go over to this button here called Customize. Click on it. And from here, you are able to edit the questions that are given. You can delete answers, add answers, or just delete the question entirely. And with this feature, you're also able to add your own questions and points if you want to. So you just highlight a word or a phrase or a paragraph, and you can click Insert Question. You can adjust the amount of points. You can make it whatever kind of answer you want. So you're able to add your own questions or delete the ones that they give you. And you also are able to create these notes that are seen on the right side of the page. You can delete the ones that Actively Learn puts there, and you can also add your own. So to do that, you just highlight the text. You can highlight as much text as you want, and you click Insert Note, and you can also insert links or translations or definitions as well. And then you can insert your note over here, and then you can also select the category that your note falls into. There's a variety of different categories you can use. If it's just your thoughts, key terms, main ideas, and it will highlight that in the specific color. So while you're on this page, kind of editing the article and making it how you want, you can also click on this button here that allows you to see it how your students will view it. So it starts with the question, and then you answer the question, and you can move through the article how your students would be able to view it, which is really cool. And yeah. So once the article, you feel like you have the questions you want and the points that you want your students to be able to see, you can click this button here at the bottom that says Assign to your classes. And then I'm going to click the 8th grade English button, Assign to all students. You can enter the due date. I'll just have tomorrow as at 11:59 p.m. And then you can also customize the settings to adjust how your students see each other's answers. So you can make their answers public, make them anonymous, and you can allow them to react to each other's answers. So I'm going to make their answers public but anonymous, so their names will not be seen through responses. And then you just click Assign. So once you've assigned a text to your class, you can go over to the menu button and click on your class like we did earlier. And then here's the article that we just assigned. So you can click on it, which brings you to this page. So through this page, you are able to see there's a lot of different features that you can use. Up here in the right-hand corner, there is an option to present, in which you can have your students follow along with you, and you can have the option to read aloud and define, and you can also move your students to where you are so you can all move through the text as a class. And to exit, you just press the exit button. You're able to see any notes that students make if they're public and any notes that you make with this little note button here. And then if you click on the grading, you are able to see all of the students' answers to the questions that are asked throughout the text. So you can see every question and the students' answers if there were student answers. And then you are also, if you click on the data button, able to see a bunch of specifics about the student's data. So with this data feature, you're able to see a bunch of really cool statistics, like how long each student takes to read, how many notes they make while they're going through the text, how many vocab words they look up, and in addition to how they perform on the questions and what words the students are looking up. Another feature of Actively Learn that is also available to students is the ability to change the fonts, the background colors, and the text sizes. So you just go over here to settings, and students would be able to do this too. And there's a bunch of different spacing options, text sizes, fonts, themes, and you can also turn on this setting here to help students who might have dyslexia. So it makes reading the text a little bit easier. And the students also have access to this little button here, which reads the text aloud to them, which also might make it a little bit easier for students that might be having challenges with reading. So then if you go back to class, you can see the assignments, you can edit the class and delete it. So that's pretty much the main idea of Actively Learn and how to assign assignments to students and how to use it. It's really simple and really effective. So that kind of concludes my tutorial on how to use Actively Learn. I think that this technological tool applies to the standard 1.3 that revolves around students using a variety of digital tools to construct knowledge, produce creative artifacts, and make meaningful learning experiences. This tool allows for students to move through text that you assign them with help with vocabulary and critical thinking through the questions. It can be applied to any subject area, and it has a lot of features for students that might be struggling with reading. And it also has features that allow students to see each other's answers and collaborate with each other. So I think that Actively Learn would be a really useful tool